This QR is giving you the entrance to my LinkedIn profile. If you want to connect with me, we can have a chat. We can have a one-on-one session for free, of course, because Job in Planet is really, really delivering positive impact in our society. And it's not everything about our own job, but also about creating connections, right? I really think that some of you will be my future leaders. Why not? Maybe, potentially, you will be my boss in, 10 years? That could be possible. So I really would like to take any opportunity, and this is, again, tip number 3, take any connection seriously. We don't know who we are speaking to, right? And there is so many smart people creating projects, making a living, that we should never miss the opportunity to get these one-on-one conversations. And if I get your name, I get your pitch, I will think about you the next time I see a job vacancy. And I can be the one that is connecting you with your next future, right? But we don't know who that person is. So the more networking, but real networking we do, the more opportunities we are creating for ourselves. Okay? So this is me when I was so little, right? And when I was little, which is something that is connecting us, we all had 3 years at some point, right? Everybody that was knowing me at that time, they say, oh, this girl, she loves to speak. There, I can see my tongue there. It's my big asset till now, right? And after being and exploring and growing as a baby, I turned to go to Salamanca, Universidad de Salamanca, where I take Psicología, see, which was my degree. I'm from a small city, Zaragoza, and in that city, I can tell you, you can dream, but you cannot get into a corporate, right? So I moved to Salamanca to take the best 5 years in my life. Who is having their time of their lives in Barcelona? Anybody? Sí, no, o sea, I mean, what a perfect city, right? To take a master, enjoy 1 year, 2 years, spend all your money, and have a great time, right? It's time that we will never forget. When we are learning, when we are creating, when we are enjoying with peers, that is something that is always going to be in our minds. In my career, I started in jail, right, because I was helping those who were there. They were having like addictions, and I trained myself and my skills on patience, and I fast understood that this was something I didn't want to do anymore, but it was interesting, right? Then I started to work as an advisor for companies for La Cruz Roja, ONG, right? Classic one. What I was doing there in that time was not paid, and it was a volunteering activity that allowed me to develop my sales skills. In Salamanca is so freeze that we have these little gifts. It was to remove the ice from the cars, you know. So I was going company per company trying to place vulnerable people for great jobs, delivering a gift. So it was so hard, guys. It was no sense if I think it twice, but it helped me so much, first to understand how lucky we are. We are the 10% of the world. We are trained, we have the opportunity of being here in Barcelona, we can spend time on growing. We are on the top of the mountain. We are the top of the top. Never forget about this, right? Being grateful is part of the path. And being grateful is part of our superpower, right? And I was super grateful, and I'm super grateful now, because during that time I had to face difficult conversations, which is something that again and again and again I had to do with my managers in my career, right? Have you already had tough conversations at work, at the master? These colleagues that don't want to collaborate for teamwork? You know what I say, right? You are willing to kill them. You are willing to do the job by your own. You don't want to speak with them anymore, right? Because your grade depends on them. But you have to collaborate with them. See? Tough conversations are part of our path and our working experience again and again. So if you can train yourselves in any context, I highly recommend you to go for it, okay? Even if it's in an interview that is not so worth it, deliver feedback. Try that. Okay, so I can see that you are not so interested in me, but how is this going on? Are you going to call me? Is there any chance I can get this job? When are you going to call me back? Feel free and train yourselves, okay? Because it's so frustrating looking for a job, and there are not so many opportunities to deliver feedback that if you only get these 4 answers, reply back. Okay, recruiter, thank you for your feedback. Whatever you want to say, tell them, okay? Have you delivered feedback to recruiters? Maybe. See? How did you do it? Please, can you share?
Yeah, well, I just thank for the opportunity. Yeah, I just thank for the opportunity because every interaction is something you tell about yourself. So.
Great. Fantastic.
And I also, if they send me something that is not like, okay, thank you, everything, it's like confirmed, and that's it. Like.
And that's it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I can see, and I've seen during my careers, that there are some insightful candidates that are sharing, I don't have enough information, I was expecting a different experience from you, I really need to have an answer back because I have to make a decision between you and other companies. Feel free to train yourself also on that, okay? Spain is a path where assertiveness is not so developed. We go from nothing to aggressive sometimes, right? See, no? Surprise, surprise. When you arrive to Spain, it's like, okay, nothing or too much. Why that? Because we are not trained on assertiveness. But you can train yourself and train others, okay? We are always open to listen. We sometimes don't know how to react, but we know how to listen, okay? And finally, in my career, I was investing so much time as a consultant. I worked for Manpower Group, the HR and consulting firms for these 15 years, and I grow as I was telling you, and the last role that I took was depending for the CEO on United States, on Milwaukee town, and thought that was my dream my dream job that became the nightmare, like the worst experience in my life, because sometimes job is like that, right? You work, you put your effort, you do everything that is in your hand, but then something happens. Not everything is 1 + 1. And that happened to me at Manpower Group. I was living like around the world. I was managing a project who was depending on the CEO, as I was saying, to change the strategy and how consultants were facing the relationship with candidates, right? And I was there depending on an international team, and there was this big time difference between Barcelona and United States, and I had to do everything on remote for 3 years, and it was really challenging. Did I enjoy it? Yes. Was it something that I will never forget? Of course. I'm not longer there too. Okay, so let's keep in mind that sometimes we are going to be in a job that is not 100% what we are looking for or the experience we think we deserve, but we can make it meaningful for the next step, right? And how we will do that? Pues easy, with these 3 steps that we are going to review first today. First of all, we are going to speak about superpowers. Do you know which are your superpowers? Do you speak about your superpowers? Do the people around you understand which are your superpowers? What do you think?
I do hope so.
Hoping is not enough, okay? We will make sure. Then we will speak about building your brand. Again, today there are some LinkedIn workshops, specific workshops. We are not going deep in that, but we're working and we are going to speak about the elevator pitch, which is the asset that will change your career, and then how to connect and boost in a company and in the market. So first of all, superpowers. According to Harvard, less than the 15% of humans know really themselves. How can we learn about ourselves? We can take an assessment, right? There are so many free assessments about how is your leadership style, which are your skills, how is your personality, which Disney princess are you? There are so many assessments. I highly recommend you to take them. Take a point of view, a perspective of yourselves from the outside. Don't rely on how you are seeing yourself, because there is a blank side that we don't know and we don't see about ourselves. And others are the ones that can let us know. An assessment can help. We can always ask for feedback. And this is something, again, that we are not trained for. So right now we are going to take 1 minute, and I will ask you to put in this paper that you have 3 of your superpowers. Superpowers that are allowing you to grow in your career, that are making you the top candidate. That 3 things that make you feel proud of yourselves. Just 3, huh? Superpowers, that makes us different, unique, valuable, that will approach us to what we are looking for, our goal, our job.
It seems you're finished.
Super.
So I wrote, as my superpowers, I wrote my decision making. I feel like I have good decision making regarding data. That brought me to my second superpower, my approach to results regarding data and not just a feeling.
Okay.
And my, I don't know how to write it, my approach to detail. I'm very minucioso. I'm really...
Focus on details.
Yes, focus on details.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Anybody willing to share? On the back, that we don't know you girls yet? Yes?
I'm thinking right now.
Okay.
The same.
Same?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to share yours, please?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
For my 3, I put enthusiasm as the first one.
Super.
Then creativity. And then I put like my skills as a designer.
Okay. And why the first one is that one?
You don't know him.
He is that person, right?
Very enthusiastic.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a couple of interviews and stuff, or when I have conversations, I do enjoy talking to people and just like bringing the energy and stuff like that. So,
Super,
yeah.
super, fantastic. Do you have that word in your CV?
I do not.
Aha! Why do we do that, right? We are always trying to fit on what is supposed to be interesting. Are you going to put it in your CV, please, please, please?
Yeah, I will. I'll do it tonight.
Yeah, super. Because you know what is happening? Everybody has the same CV. It's so boring. Canva templates, AI writing for us. We are all looking the same. So I have the opportunity to work with the European Central Bank, and they are always saying, Alegria, cover letters are the ones that are telling us something interesting about people, because CVs are not interesting anymore. I mean, we can read the CV if there is a mistake, if the design is poor, if the order of the information is messy and I cannot read it rapidly or fastly. Okay, I will dismiss that candidate, but the average ones are almost the same. So take care of your authenticity, take your superpowers to your CV, to your cover letter, and to the About Me section at LinkedIn, okay? Super. Anybody else willing to share superpowers? No? Okay. I will try to put you short homework. What if today, when you are back at home, you share at LinkedIn a post speaking about your superpowers? Why that? Yeah, I know that it takes a lot, but I have experience as a career advisor that if instead of using the open to work, you know, like green mark, I don't recommend it, right? Because we are negotiating. When we are looking for an opportunity and about to negotiate a salary and somebody knows that you are open to work, what do you think? Are they going to offer more or less money? Why should we use that? I mean, in the future, I hope that that doesn't mean that, right? And that we can use this open to work in a different way. But today, remove it. Maybe you will go to a different workshop later and they will say, yeah, put it. In my career, negotiating, looking for money, looking for a strategy, it's more useful to post and speak. Hey, network, I'm open to a new project. You can use today's masterclass saying, today I was at JOBarcelona reflecting on blah, 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 employability, and I heard or I was listening about superpowers. And I think it's a good idea to share with you guys which are my superpowers, right? Take the opportunity of this short time in the day to share with the market who are you and which are your superpowers. And you will get answers, you will see. Okay? Super. Again, founders, big players from the market will always tell you, don't be afraid of telling others that you are open to a new project. You are not looking for an opportunity, you are not begging to have that vacancy. You are open to a new project because you are the leader of your career. You are not waiting, you are not just answering, you are creating your career, okay? Super, superpowers. So for you to understand, the model that we are using on recruitment, on career development is XIII, skills, knowledge, and attitude. Your CV, your elevator pitch, your LinkedIn profile should always mix these three, okay? What you know how to do, what you can actually do, and which is your mindset. Attitudes are related to values, are related to the way you think, to the enthusiastic approach to life, and it's valuable. It's the three parts mixing that will describe you as a professional. Thinking about these trends, this is a common question in Spain, not in other countries. If you go to the north of Europe, you won't have this conversation. But when a recruiter is asking you, okay, which are your strengths? What is the value that you can add to my project? Always remember that you can focus on knowledge, you can focus on what you can actually do, but you can again also add your mindset, your values, your attitude. Because as we were saying, now Spain has over 60 universities, right? We are all training, taking masters. Having a master is not longer the difference. And I know it's expensive and you are investing time and efforts, but we need you to take the most of this experience to have the job that you want, okay? So because we know it, we don't cry, we cry a little bit, then we dry the tears and then we work with that, right? Claro que sí. And we speak and we train about our values, about our strengths to be able to tell our own story. At psychology, we have a concept that is the seed thought. And I'm not such a fan of positive affirmations, but I know that it's really important to plant an idea on your mind and just put love and put water on it, okay? So if you already know your superpowers, now I would ask you to think about what is that idea of yourselves and your career that you want to fit. That mindset that will go with you. I'm going to be a leader, I'm going to be successful, I'm going to be rich. I'm going to move to another country. I will stay in Barcelona. I will become a project manager, okay? Choose that idea, take one big idea and feed it. Make it meaningful. This is what we call purpose, right? There is the Ikigai model, there is the Icona model. There are different ways to approach who we are and what is the impact that we want to deliver in the world. By the end of the day, it's all about working in one idea and feed it. Focus your effort, okay? If you want to look for a job, vision that job. It has to be between that and that salary. I want to do these tasks. I want to be, how far do you want to go for job? Do you want to take a train for 1 hour? Do you want to take a metro for 20 minutes? Do you want to ride for it? Describe which are your minimums, what is this idea, and then fit it. Apply to the jobs that are just related to that, right? Write the cover letters that are related to these jobs that you are looking for. See? The seed idea will approach you. So in benefit of time, how are we doing? We need to run. Okay, too bad.
Thing is not a conference right now, so if you will.
Vale, can we take 5 extra minutes, guys? It's okay for you? Sí? Super. Okay, so if we first spoke about superpowers, okay, describing them, putting them in our CV, in our LinkedIn, speaking about them to others so they can understand who we are. We speak about the seed idea, okay, what I'm going to look at or for with these superpowers. Then, of course, and about this you know a lot, we need to design strategy. As she was saying, monitoring all the activity that we are doing when looking for a job is super important. One interesting idea, for example, is creating a Notion board. Do you know Notion? Yes? Yes, of course. Notion is a collaborative tool that is typically used in digital companies. So if you don't know how to use it, why not training yourselves with this exercise, right? Create a dashboard and create a funnel. How many applications am I doing? How many cover letters did I wrote? Who are the companies I'm approaching? And move your cards in that tableau, right? It's easy, and it's a great idea to train and put in your CV that you know how to use Notion. Push yourselves. Right? Technology and all the tools that you can demonstrate, you know how to use them, are going to be extra bonus for you guys, okay? They are becoming minimums. So, the basics, right? You are going to listen again and again. I'm just sharing my point of view about the basics of employability. First of all, we need to have our own elevator pitch, that 1 minute pitch that we can deliver speaking about ourselves and what is our value proposition. Do you have that built? Yes? Yes? So I'm sharing a few tips about this elevator pitch, but we all need to work on it, right? Okay, please. So you can deliver it by writing. When you are connecting with somebody through LinkedIn, you know that you can add a note. There you can paste your elevator pitch, okay? Hi, my name is Alegria. After 15 years working, I'm now open to a new project. To support others on their development. Let's have a virtual coffee. Why not, right? The call to action should be always there present. Second, CV and cover letters. So my big tip is to do it each 3 months. Okay? Cover letters and CV are like this picture when we were little and we were so rigid and we need to do it, but we don't really want to do it, but we know it's important, but then it's like, how do you feel building your CV, Marianne? Not so good, right? It's like you don't want to put too much, but you want to put it like in a high and lovely way. What is the most difficult part?
I always work on AI, but it feels like super robotic sometimes. So give it like my essence. Sometimes it's difficult. I don't know what to put there. Right?
It is.
And make it brief because it's important.
It is.
So yeah. That's the worst part when you have to apply.
Yes, I'm with you, I'm with you. But we know that it works. You should have like 5 CVs. The lovely one, colors, Canva, go crazy, woohoo, QR and things, bars with percentage, something creative that makes you feel happy with it. The boring one, the second one, the European one, just black and white, no picture, just text speaking about you. If you are going to a Big Four consultancy firms or European institution, boring is good. Third one, in between, something with a little bit of colors, no bars, no percentage, picture, right? But the F lecture, you know, right? The picture on the top, on the right, on the left, sorry, you will have contact details, your education, your skills, and on the right, your education on the top, because the first thing that they have to see is that you are master students or master graduates, and then your working experience. Working experience includes volunteering, helping others, projects that you were delivering by your own. Sometimes we don't have a lot of experience to put in there, but you have done a lot of things. So it's perfectly fine to put it in there. We stick to 1 page. We don't speak about awards or rewarding. In Spain, it's not so common. But if you feel that is something important for you, you can also add it on it, okay? The experience should always have at least 3 bullet points describing what you can do, okay? Because if I say business developer, it will depend on the company. That means one task or the other. And what is true is like CVs are read by ATS, looking for keywords. So if you read a job vacancy and you see what they are looking for, the main task of your CV should be adapted to that keywords, always. So that's why you should have as many CVs as kind of roles you are applying to, okay? And I know it takes time, but it's working right now, keywords, okay? And you have the short version on your CV and the extended version at LinkedIn. LinkedIn is not so boring to read, and again, they will deliver percentages to the recruiters. Now, the LinkedIn Recruiter app are delivering to the recruiters who are the candidates that are matching more with the job vacancies. And this is just done by reading the keywords and the matching. So review the applications you are doing through LinkedIn, okay, and see if your LinkedIn has the words and what they are looking for, languages, tools, skills. If you are learning something, you don't know how to use something, you can take the About Me section to introduce that keyword. And you can say, learning about Agile, for example. There are so many jobs right now as asking for Agile. Right? Have you seen it? And not everybody knows about Scrum or how to do a daily meeting. But you can say in your About Me section, I'm learning about this and that. And you take the opportunity to have that keyword in your profile. Okay? My big tip, again, is to do it and redo it each 3 months. Stay relevant for you. AI, you will have plenty of opportunities to learn about it. Boring, and they are working for us. I'm not speaking about it. Feedback, ask for feedback. I highly recommend that you take your CV and you share it with different stakeholders in your life. Teachers, colleagues, friends, family. Have you did it ever? No. I highly recommend it, and it's for free, and they will be happy. Some of them will be shy. Oh, it's so nice, but you need to insist. I want to have it perfect. Please tell me something. Well, okay, I would do differently. Then the list becomes like really long, because when you are telling them the importance of that feedback, it becomes a shared task, right? Open questions. If you are being in that interview and the role is something that you really feel that you can do it, and you don't see that the interviewer is getting a lot of interest on you, ask them, do you think I fit in the role? What do you think I'm missing? I can see that there is something that I can improve. Can you tell me what I can improve? Take the interviews also for yourselves. And you will see how surprising is the answer that is coming after that. Because they are sharing. Headhunters, recruiters, they are investing time on you guys, and they want to really support others. So ask them and see what happens. And follow up. I'm not sure if we were speaking about this before, but you have all the right to ask after 2 weeks, hi, I'm interested to know how am I going as a candidate. So you can send a message, you can send an email. Don't be afraid. You are not too pushy, you are nothing but, okay? Following up on as a candidate is part of being a candidate, okay? Do you typically do it? Sí? Muy bien, perfecto. And finally, networking events as this one. Coming to job fairs can be an opportunity, but it's more important what you are going to do tomorrow with all these people and connections that you will have. So today, take the conferences, go to the stands, keep the name of everybody, and tomorrow, or the day after, send a message to everybody by LinkedIn, not just adding them on LinkedIn, but sharing a note. Hey, I was taking your masterclass. It was great. I'm open to new roles in Barcelona for this and that. If you heard anything, please let me know. Okay? Will you do it? Say, I know you will. Okay, mentorship opportunities. Look for a mentor. Look to somebody that is in your field that looks interesting and ask them to help you. Again, it works. People, we really want to help, and after our age, we are bored. So we have so many experiences to share that we are always open to see how can we make meaningful our experience. So don't be afraid of asking for a mentor. Volunteering or creating activities, it's also something that I highly encourage you. Because you were speaking about the digital field, have you attended the last week the Future Lead Tech Women event at Cosmo Caixa? Did you saw it, the Tech Heroes? No? I highly recommend you to take a look to it. Founders, CEOs, women that are creating startups and projects were sharing with young and children how it is to work in a tech company, how it is to become a leader. All the staff there were volunteers. All the staff there were CEOs. You can take a volunteer activity and be close to somebody important and share with somebody that can be a great mentor for you. So take a look to hacesfalta.org to volunteering activities and see who can be your next employer.